G'day you rotten lot, thank you very much for tuning into the channel today. We've got something very, very special on the board. This has been sent to us from the crew at PastFx to have a play around with. This is a vintage, original Moogerfooger 12-stage phaser from Moog. So I guess really it should be Moogerfooger, shouldn't it really? This is one of the original boxes. This thing is awesome. It runs on 9 volts, but it does have the polarity reversed compared to most normal pedals. This is a positive tip, not negative tip like everything else. I'm running my guitar through it today. I'm pretty sure this is designed for synthesizers, but I'll see what I can do with that because I've got a Moog behind me that way. But today I'm putting the SG through it. I'm going into the Maton amp behind me here, the silver one, and now through some Celestian creambacks. So that's my clean tone. A little bit of reverb is coming from the Wazza tube amp expander so I don't kill my ears. Then I'm going to put some dirt into it as well. I got the PastFx Mischief here, which is an awesome rat replication, so recreation I should say. All right, let's get into it. So it's got its basic on and off. Now, before we get into all the phasing things, first of all, you've got to get your level right. So there's actually an output level here. For those of you that play gigs, a lot of you'll know that when you're in a mix and you step on a phaser or a chorus or a flanger, sometimes your signal just completely disappears. So being able to compensate for that volume, that audible volume drop, even though your volume doesn't drop, it sounds like it does. But it's nice to be able to compensate for that with a bit of boost. That's the first thing. Right, now the rate. There is a low rate and a fast rate. So I'm going to turn everything up a fair bit here, all these other knobs. So the LFO, the sweep and the resonance, so you can hear how quickly it's going. Which is, at the moment, it's almost at a complete standstill, which is sweet if you're doing Queen sound style stuff. You can see the LFO light there corresponds to how fast it's going. So on the low setting, it almost goes from 0 to that fast. Then, on the fast rate, it goes from once a second to extremely fast. Almost fast enough for it to be resonating enough for you to play it like an instrument. Then, with the LFO all the way up, and the rate all the way up, the resonance all the way up, it almost becomes a drive pedal, or a fuzz pedal. I guess you'd call it ring modulation, but it sounds like fuzz. There's an amazing array of frequencies coming out of this thing right now. got to sort of find wherever you want the frequency to be. Anyway, back to normal audio rates there. Back to normal phaser rates. Alright, so I put the switch back on low now, just use it like a normal phaser. So you can control how much comes in with the amount knob of the LFO. So you can go from full phasey goodness to having almost no mix at all. And of course everywhere in between. I'd love to know what the stun means. It sort of goes 0, 2, 4, stun, 6, kill. Setting it from stun to kill, which is probably a phaser reference for Star Trek. It's cute that they've named them that. Right, now the resonance is like a resonance on any synth. Those of you that are happy with know about synths, it just sharpens the amount of frequencies that are being phased. If you take it out of there, that almost disappears. And you just get the phasing effect. As you turn the resonance all the way up, it really sharpens the peak of the frequency that's being phased. So you can really hook in there, really hook in. Get it extremely, extremely phasey. So that's the resonant, the amount. Now the sweep, I'm not 100% sure what the sweep does, but it does select a different range of frequencies. So if I turn everything up and go back through the sweep, it is making a little bit of self-oscillation there. It is selecting the frequencies. It sounds like you can go through the full spectrum of frequencies that you really want to be sort of phased. So you can hear its lower frequencies down there. It is going up in harmonic intervals though. Which is super cool. So that's a really nice feature to have in there. Now, I'm just going to set it back on like a pretty basic phaser setting for you. Right, so there's a nice basic phaser sound. Now that's just 6 stage. There's another switch here that lets me swap it over to 12 stage. Which makes everything extra phasey. Which is super cool. So I'm going to bump this back again. So that's where I'll normally be having a set of gigs just to get that nice funky stuff when we do play that funky music, White Boy, and Very Superstitious, and Cream from Prince. I use the phaser, that sort of stuff. Now, if you turn everything down, everything down, everything down, everything down. Just sort of got your the phaser pretty much off, as off as it gets. You can actually turn the drive knob up and get some pretty cool overdrive out of it as well. That's bypass, that's just the amp clean. And you can drive the preamp in this thing this much. Which is super sweet. I'm going to turn it down so it phases again. And then I'm going to punch a bit of dirt into the front of it so you can hear that as well. This is the PastFx Mischief. It's a rat. Which is pretty cool. Now, on the back, there is a number of inputs for different things. This is for the synthesizer guys. I've got the CV keys here because it's just little and compact. You can't actually play this like a piano, but this does send out CV messages. So if I plug it into this one on the top here, which controls the sweep, I can control the sweep by setting it different CV messages. Now, obviously, this isn't scientific. If you had a maths or a PAMS, I can't remember what the PAMS is, but you can send CV messages to it. So just by flicking the octave switch there, I can just send the sweep a CV message to go through in bigger intervals. So you can set it up like a step phaser. Just an interesting step. Now, there are inputs on the back for CV to control the sweep, the amount, the rate, and the resonance as well, which is pretty cool. Playing the keys will make it a slight difference, but not as much as turning the octave knob. I'll plug it into the next one. That's obviously the resonance, the next one. So anyway, lots of fun and games to be had there. If you, have a synthesizer like the grandmother here behind me, the Moog grandmother has CV in and out, and you can chuck it into the loop. Do all kinds of things with it. So anyway, there you go. There is the Moogerfooger. I'm assuming it's supposed to be Moogerfooger because I say Moog, but the rest of the world says Moog. This is their old vintage unit. Thanks, Burley, for sending us this to have a play around with. We really appreciate it. That was heaps and heaps of fun. If you've got this far, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, anything like that. Really helps the channel out, and we really appreciate it. And it's absolutely free to you. So thank you for your time. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.